Well, this is Bill Babcock. I'm going to do my dreams on here, so I'm going to be reading some dreams from uh, dreams I have on a website. So if you can look at some more, so I'll give you a lot here, just be in order. I know I have some difficulty pronouncing some words, so just bear with me if I have not pronouncing word correctly. But you could also go to the website babcockhome.com/dream. That's babcock.home. It's BABCOCKHOME.com and then /dream, or you could just go on to there. So just getting on my dreams right now. So I'll get you in a minute now. Hello, my name is Bill Babcock. I'm going to talk about some dream experience. And I had some dreams like prophetic dreams, a little bit of UFOs, and other things here. So I'm going to calmly call because first time I recorded this was April of 1980. And this is I was dreaming about Mount St. Helens Eruption. I was driving through Kelso, Washington. Then Mount St. Helens erupted, shooting rocks at us. Then I woke up. Well, on May 18th, 1980, that's when the Mount St. Helens erupted, shooting steam and ash thousands of feet throughout the atmosphere. And I did done some on Mount St. Helens Dream Diary, all about Mount St. Helens after 1980, and several times I have put it on here, but I don't have that diary anymore, but I was back time in Florida. So on January 1981, I was dreaming that I was watching President Reagan parading down the street, and I saw a gun pointing at Reagan from behind the bushes. Then I woke up. Several weeks after that dream, I heard the news about the attempted assassination on President Reagan. And now on February 1987, I was dreaming about when I was at Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco after the earthquake. The buildings were badly damaged and overpass had collapsed. After I woke up, I believe it was a coming event. And I did wrote the term paper here, and it hadn't happened while I had the term paper. But so, and I wrote the term paper back all, in which I had this on here, back in, I think it was 1987 something. But after I wrote the term paper, then the prophetic dream about San Francisco had occurred on October of 1989. There was a section of building that was badly damaged and the collapse of Nemitz Freeway Skyway. So that was on here. And this is something here. I may have had some dreams that all have to do with the pole shifts too at times. Several years ago, I was dreaming that I was watching opera. I think it was back in the 80s. During the second act, there was singing during the roles of seances and UFO encounters. During the third act, they were singing the prophecy of volcano eruption, earthquake, and pole shift. Shortly after the dream, I was reading the Revelation in the Bible and it appeared to confirm the dream. The prophecy related to that has been written in Revelation 4 and 5. These prophecies also have been foretold by Nostradamus and Agna Casey. Now I'll go on dreams of reincarnation. One night, I think it was back in the 80s or here I hadn't got the exact time, but I just went down there. But I was dreaming that I was on the island Krakatoa. I knew it was going to blow up from volcanic eruption. Then I woke up. After I woke up, I realized I was experiencing something from my previous life. I believe it had to do with previous life regarding my previous life. I also remember when I was on 3rd and 4th grade, I was constantly drawing an erupting volcano. I did go psychic fair at Fort Lauderdale, and from past lives, it did confirm the reading that had mentioned that I was working on a canoe, and my grandfather was a mystic and foretold the destruction of Krakatoa. But now, back on 2013, I went to past life workshop, and it was picked up that I was killed at the age of 15 during the eruption of Krakatoa. So now I'll go into UFO and dreams. I had a couple of dreams, like a healing energy. I thought would hit my wife, but um, let's see. And then, okay, I'm gonna talk about that one. Okay, I have the okay. I've been studying phenomena. I'll read this part. I have been studying phenomena of UFO contacting and planetary being. I have been going to UFO lecture and went to Skywatch. These phenomena are more preparing for the coming of the New Age and also biblical description. One night a couple of years ago, that's probably back in 80s or early 90s, I had gone up some hill, and then I saw the UFO spaceship had landed. I met the female-like being coming out of the spaceship. Then I woke up. I have recognized the spaceship was from Venus, according to the illustration of the what I had found that was on the book the Jordansky Encounter. So, and I found the picture being exactly was in my dream from Jordansky. I did go to church on the psychic fair and spoke one of the readers and did some channeling in planetary beings. The reader had told me which was showing my dream of a spirit teacher from Venus as part of a development. And then later now, I think now I found that it may actually be Pleiadians now. And that's the latest part. And then, let's see, then I got the, oh, let's see, I think when I saw Pleiadians, that may be what Jordansky had. It probably was from Pleiadians, but maybe they have a UFO base in Venus, so that's probably have a base there. So it's probably a couple of little different explanations here. Now I'll go to lucid dreams. I had a couple of them. I had a couple of lucid dreamings, and let's see, one of the dreams I had lucid dream is about my grandfather that passed away late 1960. In my dream, I talked to my grandfather, knew it was from spirit world, but it was where I was dreaming. And for some reason I forgot what message was. When I woke up, I just didn't get down on time. And then there was another dream similar that was talking to John F. Kennedy when I was in the so where he was in the spirit world. So that was it. And I also remember now I'm going to go back about 1971. I was living in Long Beach, California. I think this was something that happened here. I was dreaming about going to a convention and listening to Jean Dixon's prediction. Jean Dixon is a well-known psychic. Of course, she's in spirit now. When she was going to give a prediction, I woke up with some kind of weirdness, and then a minute later, the big earthquake shake, and that was an earthquake that caused lots of damage in San Fernando Valley and in Los Angeles. That was probably, I think it was something like 7 on the Richter scale. It happened. Remember all these overpass they did a lot of damage on I-5 overpass down in San Fernando Valley. And then, well, there's a little bit something about healing. And on the I've been healing practice, done Auric and some certificate and some Reiki myself, and I have healing certificates from Church of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the first one. Then I got one from National City, and then I got one from a spiritual church at San Diego here. Yeah, one of my dreams was that someone was badly injured in a car accident. I dreamed that I performed healing energy to an accident in Yahoo, which is Hebrew meaning God. The other dream was pedestrian. I was hit by a car and seriously injured. Then I performed healing energy and called Yahoo once again. And I think it was something I did show exorcism. I don't advise to do anybody do exorcism. Just happened to be on dream, like I form just give them to the light. So I see that's something I will not do regularly. Okay, I might call ghosts in dreams. And then I was dreaming about on the bus tour, and I was riding east back to see the bus. I was looking out the rear window bus as we went through the ghost town called Durante, somewhere out in California desert. I don't think it was a town Durante, but I think there is some business name had Durante. So I tried to Google that. They went through town. Two ghosts hopped on the luggage compartment on the bus. They gave a sign of a cross towards since that sign didn't have any effect. I knew the ghost was not evil. So that's mean there are some good spirits here. Now these are some after term papers. Well, there's about baby seals and dreams. I know one night I was dreaming about baby seals screaming for help when they were being slaughtered for furs. I believe the seals were suffering from trauma being slaughtered, and that was picking up the telepathic message from seal. And I know I signed a petition here to stop this seal slaughtering too, and I've done it many times. Well, there's something about riots and dream. That was way back, probably. I think I might still been in Florida or just moving down in San Diego, so it's probably around that time. Several years ago, I had a dream about the riots due to the welfare cut. It wasn't one so far on, but now they've been threatening to cut Social Security, or I think this is something as a warning. I haven't seen it unless it's been in some local areas in the place I haven't lived to have it, but I think this could be warning because I know I've been getting all petition about threatening Social Security cuts, and I've been signing that all the time, and that's that way. I believe this is could be the something warning that maybe happened in different areas, and I don't know if some other states had it or not. So we'll leave that on that. Okay, this is a drastic weather change in Florida. Several years ago, I had the dream the weather was warm and sunny, and suddenly changed to snowstorm. This could happen during pole shifts, and there is a prophecy of a pole shift from Nostradamus, Agnicasi, and there's a lot about Zeta Talk. If you ever go to zetatalk.com, there's a lot of newsletter on this. This is another recommended reading. If that happens, the tidal waves would hit Florida, since many psychics have been predicting that the tidal waves would hit throughout the Florida for a long time. They have to do that. Now, earthquake in California, there was one dream here several years ago, and I guess I think it was like early, yeah. Okay, I had a dream earthquake in either at the Sacramento Valley or the Imperial Valley, a magnitude. Now, there was a magnitude of 7 point earthquake. That's struck on Easter Sunday in Baja California. People in San Diego felt it quick. I did feel a little bit of this to myself, which was, okay, that was centered southeast of Mexicali. Mexican authorities said that at least one person died and several buildings had collapsed. In San Diego, the damage was minimal, so that was more felt in Imperial Valley. Now, there's one about the earthquakes that saw me here. Okay, a few years ago, I think it was around 2000, maybe it was year 2 before that. I had a dream about being at the third world country in an old shabby house. They were singing, "Open up your pearly gates," and the big earthquake shake very badly. Well, this has happened on December 26, 2004. There was a strong earthquake that hit island Sumatra in Indonesia, and the magnitude was like around 9.1, 9.3, and it lasted an unusually long time with 8 to 10 minutes, and displaced an estimated 1,600 kilometers long segment on the seafloor by 15 meters. This was from the news here. The water columns above the segment was first pushed up and generated a series of 4 waves traveling opposite direction. 15 minutes later, after the earthquake, the first tsunami hit the coast of Sumatra. Then suddenly a large single wave followed later, and even faster than bigger one. The tsunami traveled for 8 hours across the entire Indian Ocean, bringing destruction and death to the coast of Indonesia, Thailand, St. Lucia, India, and Somalia, Kenya, Tanzania, and Magdalena, and flooding almost completely in smaller islands of Indian Ocean. The tsunami of Christmas 2000 killed more than 230,000 people, and even more were injured. Okay, now there's something about pole shifts I talked about here on the prediction. But I had a dream back when I had a dream when I turned the switch off and got into 3 days of darkness. I considered possibly pole shift. Zeta Talk had mentioned 3 days of darkness during pole shifts. That's from Zeta Talk. There is no date or time for a coming pole shift. There will be a sign. So pole shifts is something can not be predicted. I know you see 3 days of darkness on the Bible. I know it's saying that. And as I know they believe that pole have shifted. I'll give you a little bit about pole shifts. They think from Zetas, I think they've mentioned in the past, and this could be something to do with Nibiru, that other planet known as Planet X, and they had I don't know if the effect of it. I think in the Bible they call it Wormwood Planet, and they believe, oh, they have pole shift probably during the 40 years of trek with Moses, and maybe from that great flood with the Noah Ark, and that could tie it in with destruction of Atlantis, so that could be the possibility of that. So I don't have all proof, but that's a possibility. Now there's something else called, you probably hear fifth dimension, the new heaven and earth, and I had I had a dream of being on a higher dimension and went through a portal of a third dimension Earth. Went back to the portal like it was another dimension. When I got there, it was very that was devastation more than nuclear war, either from nuclear war or nuclear power plant explosion caused by the survivor from pole shift. When I went through the portal back to higher dimension, it was like a paradise. I believe this could happen after the pole shift, and those like service to others or grown spiritually will shift into fifth dimension. I had this dream at the I shared this dream at the San Diego UFO Society, and one of the ETs contacted, told many of them look up New Jerusalem from the Bible. I found the New Jerusalem Bible, and there was something in a dream. I think I got this from Revelation book 21, verse 21, verse 1 to 27. The two dreams were the 3 days of darkness from pole shift, and another was from when I went through the doorway from high dimension to the lower one, and it was dark like there. Was it nuclear war or there's something here? This could be maybe something to do with second death. When I went back to higher dimension, it was a better place. This could have to be with the new heaven or new earth, which may be the earth or fifth dimension. This would be after pole shift. Since I won't know a time, a date, nobody's going to know time. I hear people been predicting a date and times of pole shift, which never happened. And the Zeta Talk say they cannot give a date and time, or have Bible say they can't give you a date and time or anything like this. And I think last time somebody claimed that the pole would shift on that was December 21st, 2012. It didn't happen. Now somebody puts up on YouTube that would be another pole shift either this coming September or October. Well, let's see what happens. It's likely it's not going to happen. So it cannot be predicted. They'll put it that way. Well, okay, this is about cracks. I had some dreams about cracks and sinkholes at Florida. And I did have dreams, cracks and sinkhole in Florida's. And one of my latest prediction, there have been many location cracks. There are several different locations that happen. And this was told by Zeta Talk. Now, one of it did happen. It was 2013. There was a big sinkhole that swallowed Resort Hotel at Florida on news that evening. Luckily, no one was killed. And then there was another sinkhole swallowed a couple homes near Orlando, Florida. 2 houses was condemned and had been demolished. Sinkholes that go feet wide, was about 90 feet wide and 50 feet deep. It happened a couple of days ago, right around 16th of November 2013. Now, just recently, there was another sinkhole in Florida. I just heard that news not too long ago, a big one here. So there's been another one then. Okay, flash flood near Washington. That dream came on July 2013. I had a dream the flash flood near Olympia, Washington. It could be anywhere around Puget Sound. It didn't show me whether it's come from flooding rainstorm or possibly flooding from the Squally River, which is possibility, maybe from Mount Helens Eruption. That could be something that could happen in the future. I know they've been predicting Mount Helens Eruption for a long time. And they used to predict that every 4 years on that would happen. And if a Mount St. Helens erupted, there would be a lot of flash floods, tsunami like right down to the Nisqually River, so that could be one reason. Another could be some tsunami that might come from Pacific Ocean right through Puget Sound, so that could be something in the future. So I haven't had that happen. Now this is something called bee swarm. This is right around June of 2014. I had a dream that there was a bee swarm which was near me in some kind of military or militia. I somehow used my faith to direct the bee swarm away from me. That may be a warning that military militia might get attacked by a swarm. This may be warning on sending military troops out to fight civil wars or other countries or against evil and militia. I just put down what they give me. That's what I do on dreams. I just put down what they give me here. Okay, there's a windstorm at San Diego. That dream came on 4th October 2015. I had a dream that sudden wind gust came and lost electricity. Before that appears to be wind coming from opposite direction. Likely be like hurricane. Last couple of years there was hurricane off coast of Mexico. It came close San Diego after downgrading low pressure. Now on February 1st, after dreaming on the fall of 2015, that devastating damage had damaged many homes and many trees down at sudden gusts over 60 miles per hour. That did happen in San Diego. Now there's El Nino storm. I guess I had a dream of that was October 2015. I had a dream of a rainstorm that borders Mexico and San Diego County. It got darker and rainy. When I woke up, I suspect this may be due to El Nino. After several years of drought, this could be deluge. My advice: get prepared for big rainstorms. Since El Nino here, that likely come in, and I don't have a date of this storm, but it did get some here. But I think we got this not right after the same El Nino here, but we had one just last winter here. We had low rain storm here. It is a big rainstorm, San Diego, and this dream occurred on July 22nd, 2016. I had a dream about flooding rainstorm, San Diego, California. Quick was rising water and rising inside the building. The possibility of tropical storms coming near Mexico, a monsoon storm. But this happened to be all that rain we had during the last winter here. And there was some flooding going on in the City Heights basements, and that's all out news. So it was in January 2017. It was deluge with heavy rain and flash flood came on. It came down Torres Creek, where I live across the street, and there was a lot of water flowing, and water was rising on first floor apartment complex. But there was one on the news on I think in City Heights area. Now, how about doing Message Circle and Dreams? Okay, that was August 2016. I have a dream being in a message circle. A young girl was sitting by me. She was getting a message. The young girl asked to get rid of herself after killing someone to replace with a new self. She was getting tired and going to sleep. I was sending out energy to her. This could be a telepathic message asking her for healing, and possibly she needs to forgive. So that's could be my interpretation on that. But like I say, I'm just giving out what they give me. That's all I'm doing. Okay, this is one about healing. See, that was around 2000, September 2000. I had a dream of auric healing. It was there was some kind of force that was preventing me from that person. I expect that person wouldn't accept healing or had negative forces. That's true on that. Some people sit there and then they don't take it. That does happen. Underwater volcano. Now this is something. This is back in October 2016. I had a dream of a lake which was underwater volcano. There was demolished building which is going to for the developer. At the lake, there was a steam coming out of the lake. Children was going to school that day. Then there was underwater volcano erupted. Even the children gone to school. When I woke up, I didn't get the location. Late at night, I was expecting it might be somewhere in Mammoth Mountain. Later, I was using the crystal pendulum and got something around Mono Lake. Mono Lake is known to be super volcano, and as in my dreams, I say it was just normal eruption. So I don't think it's going to erupt that super volcano. Oh yeah, this is something that song "Walk with Me." 2 times I had a dream in the past, and the song was playing "Walk with Me" by Judith Driver, known as the Seekers. And so I do have a song, and I think it was something meant for me here. Okay, there's another one here. This is something about secret site warning. Now that was in dream. I think that has to do with the Standing Rock. This dream came on October 29, 2016. I had a dream about flying over some type of symbol which was something evil. It was coming out of the country and covered my head, so I was protected. I hadn't figured out this was when I woke up. When I saw the news and posting on Facebook about protesting against the oil putting pipeline through a sacred site at Standing Rock in North Dakota. I did pendulum on this issue and I got the warning about disturbing sacred site. The warning is those that disturbing the site by bulldozing and installing the coal-access pipeline would bring curse to the workers. There was a similar type of curse that workers, when they opened King Tut's tomb and took the treasure, all of them had died from disturbing King Tut's tomb. So this could be, so this is something too. So that's another thing. I don't believe they should disturb the secret sites anyway. So it should be left alone. So that's what it should be. Now this is something about New Jerusalem. So this dream came on November 18, 2006. I had a dream about the clouds in the sky. It suddenly cleared out and then the clouds built up rapidly. I first thought it might be caused by HAARP, H-A-A-R-P, and then transferring the city of the sky. When I woke up, New Jerusalem was in mind. There was New Jerusalem scripture in Revelation 21 and Isaiah 65 verse 1725. Okay. Now about me. There's another prediction here. Mount Rainier burnt areas. That came in January 23rd, 2017. That's what I wrote down. Had a dream when I was at Mount Rainier, saw burnt areas from wildfire. I started a hike through the burnt area and I couldn't see the trail throughout the burnt area. I continued to hike and now off the trail and that area was not burned. And got back on trail. I did that. Now it came to mind when I woke up. It was probably near Long Myers area. So it may have been a wildfire. So that could be just a prediction could happen. Now another windstorm in San Diego. This happened on February 28, 2017. I had a dream and went out for an event. All of a sudden, a big windstorm and rain. The wind was quite strong. I did a pendulum test. It was either tropical or hurricane coming from California. There was one here. I heard the roof rattling out of my mobile home, too, around that time it came. I did hear that. So, here's okay, this is a fire at Sears. I guess that Sears Tower or something. That happened on March of 2017. Had a dream that if I was an elevator at Sears, it had a burnt hole on the elevator shaft where the elevator runs up and down. I don't have a location. It could be any Sears store or Sears tower. That's just a prediction here. Is at Wildfire Cities. This is on last July, on 2017. So that's just about a couple months ago. I had a dream about wildfire at Tacoma, Washington, and there was someone suspicious starting another wildfire there. I did pendulum tests. I got the warning that could happen like wildfire in many cities close to park or an open space by arsonists. It probably could be anywhere, but there could be something going on. So I just put down what they give me. So that's the last of my dreams. That's a conclusion of my dreams, and if you'd like to read more on dreams and web update, just go to babcockhome.com and you see it on the description YouTube, and then click on dreams. And if you more interested, might have any more dreams I get, I'll update this. I may add few more detail on certain things. So if you're interested, please subscribe. So that's it for now, and ready to sign off. Bye now.